Liberia is a small country of about 5 million people, located on the west coast of Africa. Its history is closely linked with the United States, as it was founded by American freed slaves in 1822, and English has always been its official language. Liberia is Africa's first and oldest modern republic, and the 10th poorest country in the world. Liberia is a fascinating mixture of contrasts, a mix of the fast, hectic pace of the capital city and the slower pastoral life found upcountry, of Muslims and Christians mingling and working together peacefully on a daily basis, of the very affluent few and the very impoverished many, and finally, of the modern and the traditional. Liberia has a very young population, 63% of which is under the age of 25 years. During a 14-year civil war that began in 1989, Liberia's youth were the worst affected. Many were killed, others orphaned, and many recruited as child soldiers. All had their education disrupted. Today, upwards of 50% of school-aged children are still not regularly attending school, often working to help support their families.
More than 50% of the population of the country from age 15 all the way through adulthood are illiterate, and 2/3 of all girls are basically illiterate. It's a crisis to have a population where 50% is illiterate.
And reading was so important because if you can't read, you can't do math, there's nothing you can do without reading. Education actually will cuts across everything. And that's why we had the E in the Paris agenda. You need an educated society to be able to transform a society.
I think the basis of education is reading. As I always say, this is what we have a serious problem with our educational system, because the foundation is lacking. So it's going to show up in all of the sectors. It's going to show up. So students graduate from college, they are not reading because it did not start from the foundation. So I think what we can do to fix the educational system in Liberia is to come back to the foundation, to make sure that we have a strong foundation. From there, we can begin to build up on it. So if I had my own way, I will focus on building foundational skills in our Liberian school. But that is the most important thing we need to do.
When we started, it's like we entered a dark room and then somebody came and put the light on, and the light was Liberia Reads.
Liberia Reads is an early grade reading curriculum designed specifically for teachers who have low levels of personal literacy, limited training in reading methodology, and are teaching in resource-poor classrooms. Its goal is to increase teacher knowledge of effective reading strategies that are known to lead to improved student reading outcomes. Liberia Reads was piloted in 2 Monrovia schools in 2009 with 4 teachers, 2 principals, and 100 students. Its focus was, and still is, on developing phonological awareness, phonics knowledge, and fluency in young students. The program was well received, and after the pilot was completed, grew rapidly each year thereafter. Currently, Liberia Reads has expanded to 56 schools in 5 counties, serving over 7,000 students a year in kindergarten through grades 6. In 2011, Liberia Reads teachers and principals banded together to establish a registered Liberian NGO, the Liberia Reads Association of Literacy Educators. Its mission was and is to promote national literacy by strengthening the knowledge and skills of primary grade teachers in Liberia.
One important belief is that for children to learn how to read well, they must be taught by teachers who know how to teach reading well. That is, teachers who have been trained in the materials and then also been given materials to be used in the classroom, and also have the opportunity to apply what they've learned in a supportive and mentoring environment.
When you look at the research done on Liberia Reads principle, you will notice that we have strong instructional leadership. And those schools are led by principals who are well trained by Liberia Reads. They are knowledgeable about the program and they are committed to the program. They are good administrators.
All Liberia Reads teachers and principals are required to undergo 75 hours of intensive training and retraining that includes learning effective student-centered, hands-on activities in phonics, comprehension, and vocabulary. Teachers leave training with, among other instructional materials, a grade-appropriate teacher's manual, a classroom set of guided readers, Liberian-authored read-alouds, and a small classroom library. These materials have been made available to participating schools at low cost and are available locally. After training, teachers are observed regularly by their principals and monitored by Liberia Reads coaches.
In the first baseline that we did after we adopted the Liberia Reads program, students were reading 2 to 3 words per minute. 2 to 3 words per minute. And then we do an end line at the end of the 10 months with the same exact assessment to see how students have improved. You'll be surprised to know that we have students reading 35 to 40 words per minute. And these are students who, most of them, about 88% of them have never been to school. They've never sat in a classroom. So now we have people who didn't know anything at all, and after 10 months, they're now reading.
This graph is a means comparison for third grade students in reading fluency. The orange bar in the middle represents the international benchmark. The gray bar on the right, the outcomes from a large, well-funded international literacy project. And the blue bar on the left, Liberia Reads fluency outcomes.
ALE has developed standards and a system of accountability that have led to its schools achieving some of the highest student outcomes in reading in the country. We are hopeful that the lessons we have learned over the last 14 years will prove useful to other literacy organizations with the same mission.
Can Liberia read? Yes, Liberia can read now.
An old cat that lived in a large house. He loved to catch and eat rats. He was not a lion. He was just a house cat, but he was a good hunter. He also was often very hungry. Hail, Liberia, hail. Hail.